Oh, yes. What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another week. This is actually week 5. Week 5 of the Contender Series, which means if you're joining us right now, you are watching on the Scrap News. And you know if you're watching on the Scrap News, we are doing our Contender Series breakdown. I am your host of the show, Sergio Vicente. You guys might know me from the Fight Podcast, along with many other shows. And today, unfortunately, I'm not being joined by my brother, my brother Paulie, who we, as we know, was supposed to be on the Contender Series in week 6. He unfortunately, Paul Capaldo, you know, my brother from another, he's not going to be joining us today. He unfortunately has come ill, as you saw on his IG. He unfortunately he has COVID, but he's feeling great. We talked to him. My man's is back. He'll be better than ever, and I cannot wait to get him back on the show. But today, I'm waiting for my man to pop up. I'm really excited to have this dude joining me on the show today. I have Oliver, the Warrior of God, Murad. Man, this dude is an absolute beast, okay? He is 5-0. He's a two-time MMA champion. He is the current featherweight champ of Titan FC, which is one of my absolute favorite regional promotions in the world. And my brother, he's a Haitian brother. You know I get down my Haitian brethren. So as soon as he joins us, we will go ahead and bring Oliver on the show. I cannot wait to chop it up with him about everything that's going on with this week's Contender Series. Just to follow up, man, we'll get him up here. Where's my man at? Where's the Warrior of God at? We'll get him on the show as soon as we get him out here, guys. But look, the Contender Series has been banging. Each and every week, Dana White keeps on giving us more than we actually expected. We think we're going to go ahead and get just 1, maybe 2 contracts. Yo, he has been out here like Oprah. You get a contract. You get a contract. You get a contract. Every single person out here is going to get signed because we're getting some phenomenal performances from the Contender Series, and I honestly believe this week is not going to be any different. I think we're going to get a number of amazing, people, and we might have another day of 3 or more contracts given out. Everybody may wait. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. And while I'll go ahead and wait for Oliver, let's go ahead and just touch base for everybody. This weekend, obviously, we had, UFC 266. We had the return of Nick Diaz and so much more. We found out that Alexander Volkanovski is the real deal. If we didn't already know, if we had any questions after the lingering effects from the Max Holloway fights, guess what? He proved it and he passed him with flying colors. Brian Ortega, on the other hand, mad love, mad salute to Brian Ortega. He got bodied, as we all know. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that's what I'll say about Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega goes out there and does what he always does, displays an incredible heart. He went out there and threw a Hail Mary with his best submissions, his best moves, and Alexander Volkanovski proved that he's the fucking man. And nothing happened, man. So that was phenomenal, man, having that fight. Obviously, we have Valentina Shivchenko as well on this fight card. And, Valentina Shivchenko, I don't care what anybody has to say, all right? For my money, Valentina Shivchenko is the greatest female fighter of all time, all right? And I'm going to tell you guys why. Look, I know on the record it says that she lost to Amanda Nunes twice. I think she lost the first one. I'll give you that. But if you ask myself or any media personality, any analyst that carries their weight, they will absolutely tell you that Valentina beat Amanda Nunes the second time. That is why, in my humble opinion, she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT, and not only is she the GOAT in terms of female MMA, dude, she's one of my favorite to watch at all times. Now, look, I know we went online. I know everybody, we love Andrew Schultzy. He's friends with Israel Adesanya. He's a comedian. We've seen him on Rogan. We've seen him everywhere. He was talking spicy about Valentina. And you know what? I am here to tell him and the world that guess what? She is a joy to watch. Technically perfect. Her skill set is amazing. There is no wasted movement. She's explosive. She's mean. She's gritty. If you think you could outstrike her, she's going to outstrike you. If you think you're going to outgrapple her, she's going to take you down and beat the brakes off you. She's an absolute monster. We love Valentina Shivchenko. She went out there and did work. And I'll say this about her opponent, okay? A lot of people want to go out there and talk trash and say that, her opponent wasn't who we believe, wasn't worthy of the shot, or she's a beast, or she wasn't good, or whatever. I'm here to tell you, dude, Lauren Murphy is a beast. She's amazing. And her story is even more incredible. It doesn't matter, though, when you're facing the GOAT. And that's what happened against Valentina Shivchenko. If we look also at what happened with, Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler, the OG fight, it was the fastest, high-volume, crazy, slow-motion fight I've ever seen in my life. It looked like they were going in slow motion, but all kinds of shots would have happened, man. But you know what? Let me go out here and bring my brother on. I feel like he's finally joined me. Here we go. We have Oliver, the Warrior of God, 5-0. Like I said, Titan FC featherweight champ. Me on the show today. Let me see. Oliver, where you at, man? And connecting. Boom, there he is. Shock passe, my brother.
Yo, not boule ou konen, bomba guy.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I said, it's funny, bro. I swear I was just telling my lady, I'm like, man, I swear all my friends are Haitian. So, when I seen a Haitian brother come up, I was like, oh, this is going to be like kicking it with the fellas.
You already know, man. Like, we always bring the good vibes. Like, we bring the épices. We bring that good spice.
Love it, man. Love it. Brother, hey, thank you for joining us today. Like I said, man, we had to bring in the pinch hitter today, and he's out there just a beast with it. So happy to have you on. Let's do this. Before we go ahead and jump into the contender series, let's go ahead and talk about you for a hot second. All right?
Yeah, definitely. Go away.
Absolute monster. You're 5-0. You have multiple belts. You are also fighting for Titan FC, which I said at the top of the show. In my opinion, is one of the best regional performances out there. And you're out there whooping ass. Brother, how's it going? Tell me about your career and everything, where you are currently right now.
Man, right now, I'm happy, but this is only the beginning. You already know I'm happy. I'm happy my son's healthy, my family's healthy.
Absolutely.
And everything's progressing. My team's progressing. We're dominating South Florida. Big shout outs to Freedom Fighters, MMA out in Kendall. And then also my management squad, Team KO committee. Big ups, Rob. Big ups.
There we go. Gotta let them know, man. Well, I love that. Well, let me ask you this, man. Before, like I said, getting into it, tell me a little bit about your start in MMA, man.
Man, the start in MMA. So I was a wrestler pretty much. As I was wrestling, I came across GSP regaining his belt against Masera, a classic matchup.
Classic.
So then I was like, oh snap, yo, this looks awesome. And then that same night, I saw Anderson Silva just knee up Rich Franklin, and I was like, wow, all right.
Did him in a real bad way.
Yeah. Just disrespected the champion. Ragged on him. And I was like, yo, this is what I want to do. Yeah. From wrestling, it was just like a natural love.
Absolutely.
So,
dude, I love that, man. And the thing is, you're at one of the places with, honestly, South Florida is one of the hotbeds for MMA. So going down there, you're seeing, you have this. It's the definition of iron sharpens iron down there.
Right.
How has it been, honestly, not just training down there, but with COVID, everything else that's been going down, man? How have you found the last year and a half of training?
To be honest, I can't lie. When COVID started, I was a bit worried because I had aunts and relatives that were staying with me. Like they were diabetic, they were over 70, so I really didn't know what to do. So pretty much, I went a good month without training. I hopped back into training for about a week, and then I got COVID. All of a sudden.
Oh no!
Yeah,
you doing all right, though?
Terrible. So then check this out. So I took another month off. Luckily, because of that month, I recovered from all my injuries, and then all of a sudden, bam! I get a call. Day one, going back to practice. I get a call. Oh yeah, contender series. It's like a Friday night. I'm like, oh shit, contender series. All right, word. Like, when do I got to fly out? Sunday. The fight's Tuesday. I'm like, man, I can't. I would love to take it, but then that would be foolish. That would be foolish against everything that I worked for. So I was willing to Hold on. Kenny, where you going? Where you going? This boy came out of nowhere doing his little crab dance. You can probably catch him right back there. Look at him. Say hi, say hi, everyone.
Hey, man. Say hi to the people. Our man got a fresh cut.
Oh, he's gone. Yeah, so then, yeah, everything happens for a reason. Literally, I would have been fighting at 155, so like a weight class higher than me. I wouldn't have been ready. So for me, closing that door opened up the door to become the tie-in champion. So everything worked out for a reason. And then the whole COVID thing, like everyone was so afraid to train during COVID, but my gym, Freedom Fight, is like we're hardcore. Yeah. That's why we're the toughest gym possibly in the world, because when COVID was happening, we kept our doors open. We didn't care. We really didn't care.
Hey, y'all Florida cats, boy. Y'all in Georgia. Did nobody even shut down?
Nah. Everything was probably probably shut down for maybe like a couple of months somewhat, but everyone was still at the beach throwing house parties. Right. Yeah, we were still living our lives. Like nothing slowed us down. Supposedly numbers were rising, but who knows if the statistics were fallacy or not, so we just kept on living. We kept on living, and then my gym, no one got sick. Nobody got sick. My coach, big shout outs to Manuel Lopez, Mano. This guy is 63 years old. I never seen the man sick in my life. He trains everybody morning and night. Never seen him sick, not once.
Killer. Hey, that's how I swear to you. That's how those old school guys are, bro. I've been in the gym with like Shoney Carter. I've seen Antonio McGee. You see these guys around. I swear, the old school cats, they don't get sick. They're just these like, just out there ready for the action at all times, man. So let me ask you this. Let's get into it, and we can start talking about the Contender Series, because, like you said, you made a decision to go out there, and you know what? I'm gonna wait it, and actually, you ended up getting a belt because of that. You bet on yourself essentially. You say, you know what? I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna go ahead and wait the long game. We're seeing a lot of athletes come in specifically to the Contender Series taking these short notice fights, and they might not be ready. How do you feel about that when you're thinking about it and you're like, look, man, this is a great opportunity. This is my life. Like, is in your opinion, is the juice worth the squeeze if it's that short of a time?
I guess it all depends. A lot of fighters, they forget that it's a business, so they don't really have a plan. They just want to fight people. Like, I got to fight to win. That's it. They forget about that sponsors are the main breadwinner when it comes to fighting. People forget that. People forget strategy, so they just go in blindfolded, basically like they just go in eyes closed. So the Contender Series is a very high risk, because let's say if you're out of shape, you win the fight, but you couldn't push the way you wanted to, and then in the eyes of the judges it looked kind of boring. You just lost the track. And sometimes they just toss you to the back of the list. That's it. That's a wrap for you. They ain't giving you a call ever again.
Dude, I mean,
another 4 fights.
Prime example. What was Buddy's name? And I'm blanking on him. He got all the way to the quarterfinals of the PFL. He's a featherweight. I don't know why I'm blanking on British cat. He was in the Contender Series last year. Had a great fight, but at the end of the fight, he goes and shoots for a takedown to secure the win. Right. Then he gets pissy, and now he's fighting for the PFL, where he should be in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So it's really interesting, and I'm glad that you looked at it and you're looking at yourself as my brother Jay-Z says. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
I'm thinking of I have a friend. Thank you, Mr. Mike Lombardo. Mike Lombardo. This guy was dominant. He was like 8-1. Went to the Contender Series, and he just smothered the dude. He didn't get the contract though, but man, he's in PFL wrecking, doing damage. So shout out to him.
So it's interesting. Well, let's get into it. We have a great card this week again, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. A bunch of bangers. But so let's just jump into the first fight of the night. We have some heavyweight action. We're going to go out there and see Resvan Kunayev versus Edwin Santos of Brazil. This fight is, let's see, you got a guy who is 10-2 in the Russian, who is on a 5-fight winning streak out there, absolutely doing work against Santos, who
my kid's got going crazy. Kenny.
Oh, no worries, bro.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Father life.
No worries at all, my brother.
one more thing before we continue. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
So, you know, big shout out to all the fathers, especially black fathers, because society always tries to put us down. We're in our kids' life, and that's where we're gonna stay. Don't ever forget about us. Stop trying to put us down. We're gonna rep for our children no matter what.
No, absolutely. I love that, man. Look, man, I have a black father, and he has been in my life my entire life, and so I've always respected, you know, that. And brother, when I see you doing it and holding it down and having a little man running around like that, salute to you, my G. That's awesome.
I appreciate that.
Love that, man. I love it all. I'm a family type of dude, bro. I see it, and it's the best thing ever, man.
That's one of my biggest motivations. I gotta get this kid a house, a big backyard and a pool.
Well, dude, real quick, man, even before we jump into it, man, you can speak to that, bro. How is it, you know, knowing, because some people look at having kids as a distraction. You remember hearing Conor McGregor back in the day saying, oh, look at Jose Aldo. I'm going to beat Jose Aldo because he got to worry about a family. He got to worry about this. And now you hear him, he's like, I don't know. You know, like you hear people talk about the dad strength and the dad, you know, everything. How is that for you?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely tough. Day in, day out, we don't sleep. We don't sleep. Yeah. Even when the kids are not around, we still just get like this twitch, like, yo, like, you good? Everything's good? Like, yeah, look over your shoulder. I wake up like, shoot, my kid's almost 4, and I still wake up like every 3 hours in the night as if I'm about to feed him or something and change him. So it's like, yo, it's hard. It's hard. I'm always taking him to practice, taking him around. Luckily, I got my mother that helps watch over him from time to time while we're working.
Amazing. That's amazing. Dude, we had actually a real good question that came in. It said, and it's a real great point, and we can talk about it as we jump into these. But look, there really haven't been a lot of 145ers out there in the Contender Series. How will you capitalize on that opportunity, knowing that there hasn't been a lot of featherweights in there?
I didn't even know that. I'm just dialed in. I'm focused. Like, to me, that contract's already signed. I'm coming hungry. No one's gonna take it from me.
What week are you in, bro?
With every opponent. I'm sorry.
I said, what week are you going? Wait, I'm pulling you
going,
up right now.
October 12th. I think that's week 7.
Yeah, so you're going to go. So when are you going to go to Vegas?
I fly up to Vegas on the 8th.
How's camp going?
Oh, camp's going good. I'm looking strong, and I'm only getting stronger. So this guy, I'm fighting this guy Z-Bin from China.
Nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's interesting seeing the Chinese athletes come to MMA, because some of them are really coming out there and doing work, but also we're realizing sometimes they're not facing the same type of competition either. So they're getting worked when they get over here. So it's interesting seeing that. And specifically, like we talked about it, the regional promotion that you're in, you're fighting some of the best in the world. Do you feel like when you see that is even like, are you even worried about what they're doing? It's like, or I don't even care what they're doing because I know I'm fighting the best.
Yeah, I know I'm fighting the best. Exactly. So I don't care. And I know I'm going to keep on fighting the best. Whoever is put in front of my face, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to find a way to be on top. That's just who I am. That was the same mindset I went into my amateur career.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, I'm going to find a way. Shoot, man.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I started my pro career. This boy was like 3 months old. That's like the hardest time as a parent. And then, yeah. So like Conor McGregor, I wish he would fight me, and then I'll show him some dad strength.
See,
but I'm sure he realizes now. You
feel like that about Conor. I'm like, look, Jake Paul, I'm here for it. You want to fight media personalities and other people? I'll fight you for $2 million.
Oh, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'll
bump up to 170, 190, you name
it. Yeah, that's what I'm walking around at. I'm good. Like, let's go, Jake.
And I gotta have to ask him, like, do I have to pull back like Tyron Woodley or what? We going all out? Like, yo, what's the deal?
You see, he got the tattoo today, right?
Nah. The finger tat.
He got the I love Jake Paul tat.
Damn, that was Tyron Woodley.
That was Woodley. It's on his finger. He's right. Yeah. I mean, Grant, he did it. He did it. Man. And you know what's messed up? He ain't gonna get the rematch. He ain't gonna give it to him.
That's sad.
But let's jump into this card because this card is absolutely amazing.
Let's do it.
Real quick. So like I said, this is a matchup that we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of Russia versus Brazil. Now, one question that we always have with the Brazilians is, are they fighting the right type of competition? Is there enough competition over there, or is it a weak schedule? We're looking at these dudes. Both guys are on crazy winning streaks. One is from Dagestan. One is from Curitiba. You got literally shoot through box versus the Dagestani Savages. in your opinion, heavyweight matchup, how do you see this going?
Oof, sure. Well, you know, wrestling is the strongest foundation. So no matter how good a guy is at jiu-jitsu, you can't stop an aggressive fighter, especially in the sense of MMA, because wrestlers are built with a whole nother level of just destruction. Destruction
Yeah,
is the best way to put it, because like jiu-jitsu is very passive and it's all about timing. Wrestling is all about timing with
yeah.
pressure and perfection at the highest pace possible. so
Oh yeah,
and plus like wrestlers, they can take damage and keep going. Jiu-jitsu
true.
people, they kind of crack. They crack, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
Well,
I see the Russian going on top.
man, and you know, I'm gonna agree with you on that one just because, now granted, you look at Santos, he has a great record, and also in terms of his record, also he has a lot of finishes, but both of these guys do. You got Santos was going out there who I've seen him do it. I mean, literally, he finished his
Oh, you
last
see him
fight
do
via
it?
key lock. Yeah, he
Oof.
has a key lock, he has guillotines on his record, and he also has knockouts. But it is so, and I'm with you, it is so difficult for me to pick against a Dagestani, especially in this type of system. And everything that we've seen from the Contender Series is like, look, if this dude goes for broke, and he has the exact same style as we assume he's going to do, and everything that I'm seeing, he's coming from the same camp, the same type of the world, I'm with you. I'm rocking with the Dagestani on this one. I'm going with Kunayev. He's 10-1, but man, those wrestlers, I'm always going to pick an aggressive, high quality wrestler, sambo technician over a jiu-jitsu guy. I
Right.
am. All right.
And then like another thing about
What?
wrestlers,
Yeah.
another thing about wrestlers that they know how to keep their limbs tight. So a lot of grapplers,
Yeah.
you know, they tend to capitalize on people overextending. Wrestlers
Yeah.
never overextend.
That's real. That's real. Especially if they've been doing it for a while. And like we said, he definitely has. Real quick, if we're even looking at it, I have Tapology pulled up right now for those who are watching. As of right now, Kunayev is the favorite in this matchup. But dude, 93% of the people believe Kunayev is actually going to win this fight. So keep that in mind. All right, moving right along. We got Lucas Almeida, another Brazilian coming in. This is a lightweight fight.
I think
He's
he's fighting.
12-0. Another dude coming in, also undefeated, Mexican, Daniel Zehuber. Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Daniel, I messed that all up for you.
Someone correct with the
Uh,
pronunciation.
you know what I'm saying? But both of these dudes, man, are undefeated. Both of these guys are coming out here. Now, here's the thing I will say, and I'm always curious about these guys. And I want you to speak to it. Paul and I have spoken about this. When we're looking at guys with records, and the people that they have beaten have records like 3-5, 8-5, 0-0. Like, he's fighting guys who have literally lost, like haven't even had fights. He had 10 fights in, his opponent had 0, and he obviously got him out there with a ground and pound. So we're looking at these guys that aren't fighting the best of the best, and they're not fighting guys with the best records out there. So when you see that, and we're thinking about this matchup, not granted, again, we don't know because I've been wrong before. And I know that's how it is. But in this matchup, we're looking at it 12-0 versus 11-0. Brazil, Mexico. What are your thoughts on this matchup? And by the way, the crowd believes the Mexican Zellhuber is actually the favorite on this one.
Okay. So you said that the Brazilian was the one that was kind of fighting the people who were 0-0, or it was kind of back and forth from both fights?
Yeah, it was back and forth. Almeida, let's look at Almeida's record. So again, Almeida's 12-0. And here's the thing. Here was my issue with Lucas Almeida.
I tried to do some research before I came out here.
Yeah, it's all right. That's how it is with these. And again, and you know how it is though, because some of these guys, it's so hard to find them. I mean, and especially look at a lot of the stuff. For instance, like, dude, Almeida, he's fighting in Jungle Fight, and you don't see a lot of Jungle Fight out there. It's not like it's on UFC Fight Pass. So having to fight these dudes and shit online is crazy. But again, here's another one. You look at his record. He got one guy he's beaten was 16-15. One guy he beat was 2-4. Another guy is 2-4. here's the thing. I'll say this. So for both of these gentlemen, I believe this is their biggest step up in competition. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mexican because it seems as if he has a higher level of competition. Because it's hard for me to pick against these guys who literally fought nobodies.
You have a point. Right now, I'm kind of indecisive right now because exactly these people never fought anyone, and they're gonna get a rude awakening. Like, damn, like where were these people when I was trying to build up my career? I can't fight anyone with a losing record. I'm fighting everyone who's a prospect. They throwing everybody at me.
Over here
like
fighting killers. You know what I'm saying? Over fighting killers. So that's when I look at that, and it is really interesting, man, because and I want to give people, I want to say, oh, this dude is dope because of X, Y, and Z, which he is. Being undefeated, I don't care where you are. You're undefeated, you're undefeated. And I'm always going to show you respect, especially if you have over 10 fights and you're still undefeated. So that says something. And here's the thing, Jungle Fight still has good fighters. I just feel like over the last couple of years, because at one point in time, I felt like Jungle Fight was like damn near the feeder, almost like LFA, right? It was damn near like a feeder system to the UFC. But we haven't seen the same consistency, especially since USADA. I haven't seen the same type of shit come in with them. So let's just keep it
like, whoa,
moving,
we need to slow down.
Facts. So for me, I'm rocking with the Mexican. I live in LA. I'm rocking with them. Here we go. There it is.
I'm down with Mexico. They got a lot of heart. I love Mexicans just because they truly down to earth. They truly down to earth and they keep it real.
Oh yeah. So I think we're both rocking with Daniel on this one. Again, should be another great fight though. Salute to both dudes. Now, next fight is also another lightweight matchup. Now this one's interesting. Both of these guys actually have been around. I'm a fan of both of them. We have Aaron Jeffrey versus Kyle Mahalo from Brazil. One guy's record is 10-2. The other one is 8-1. Now, both of these guys, this is almost a pick 'em. The Canadian in Aaron Jeffrey is a slight favorite. He is a -160 to the +135. So it's damn near a pick 'em fight. In looking at this fight, we have guys who go out here and both of them can get it done in different ways. If we're going ahead and looking at, if we're looking at Jeffrey, this dude's going out there. I mean, he's fighting with CFFC. He's also fighting with LFA. Already, again, talking about what we talked about at the beginning, I know he's fighting the best in the world. I know he's fighting tough guys. So for me, when I look at that, I'm already going to give somebody like, especially with contender series, an advantage. But look at how he's gotten it done. Against the best guys, he has gotten some decisions, but he's getting TKOs, he's getting KOs, he's getting rear naked chokes. So I know he's in the world. And exactly at some of the best weight classes, or should I say, in the best organizations. Now, on the other hand, we have Mahalo fighting at Future MMA. He's fought at Future MMA.
Future MMA. So that's out of Florida too.
Yeah, and so there's another guy fighting quality
Nico
opponents.
Price's gym.
Exactly. Yep. So he's fighting over there. So he's fought there. He's fought at Submission Circus. He's fought at Future FC. He did lose his matchup at Submission Circus, but again, that was a jiu-jitsu fight, so that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But aside from that, he's going out here. I mean, he's knocking people out. He's finishing his fights with anaconda chokes, and so he's also from your neck of the woods. So, what are your thoughts about this?
Shoot, I'm surprised I haven't even heard his name until now. It's sad, man. Like I'll be out of the fight game. I just focus on my fight. It's like I got no time really.
Fact.
Working, taking care of the family. Shoot, man.
So just hearing that, who are you going with?
I'm going with the guy from LFA just because like his type of competition. Like he's the more hardcore fighter. So when it gets down to the grit, that's when the grit comes out. Seriously. So I'm rocking with the Canadian on this one.
I am too. Yeah, I'm rocking with him also. Dude, he's fought with CFFC. CFFC and LFA, in my opinion, are two of the best in Titan FC, are three of the best regional promotions out there. The people who win championships there, a lot of times end up being champions in the UFC. The proof is in the pudding. I've seen it. There's multiple examples of it. So when I see athletes that have actually fought in those organizations, I'm going to lean towards them, especially when we don't know that much about them. I'm rocking with Aaron Jeffries. Gotta go with him. Gotta go
start
with
putting
him.
some bets right now. Start putting some cash
Fam, this
bets
how we
on
get
this.
down, man. You know, cash money. It is what it is. Let the people know. All right, next fight up. Now this one should be interesting. Both opponents are 7-0. So we have the Max Gaxx versus Chris Duncan. Should be a lot of fun. Looking at Chris Duncan, who is the favorite. He's a minus 350 favorite, people. Keep that in mind. Minus 350 favorite. He fought in-
Wait, hold on. The sound cut off.
He's fought.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, good to go.
There you go. He's fought multiple fights in Bellator. He's fought, let me see. In fact, he's fought 1, 2, 3. He's 3 fights in Bellator. He's undefeated in Bellator. Okay? He's fought in the Ultimate Fight League. And here's the thing. He's finishing everybody. He's going out there. He's finishing everybody. Now, not to talk trash about his opponent, but he's going out there fighting his opponent. And his opponent, Manuel, let's see where he's fighting. He's fought in MMA Challenge Pro 9. He's fought in MMA Challenge Pro 7. He's fought in the Albanian GC1. And here's the thing, guys. I hate to say this.
Oh, that's the Ukrainian fighter that you're talking about, right?
Yep. So I look at it. He's undefeated. It's hard for me to pick this guy because, and again, not saying that he doesn't have a great skill set. And here's the thing. He lives in Amsterdam. He's from Amsterdam. He lives there. So one thing that tells me about guys from Amsterdam is his kickboxing is going to be on point.
Right, with the Dutch kickboxing.
Everybody who's from Amsterdam, I mean, you think about Mike's gym when I'm out there. I think about all the badasses that are from Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't fighting nobody here that I know of. Chris Duncan's getting finishes in Bellator. I got to go with Chris Duncan.
Yeah, he's definitely the favorite. Like I can't lie. It sounded like that guy Chris Duncan's gonna. Like he's definitely the favorite, definitely. But the thing is, like Eastern Europeans, they never get to shine. There's so many killers in Eastern Europe that can dominate top prospects over here. So it's kind of hard to say.
Now here's the thing: he's fought in the Albanian championships, and until we're talking about Manuel Gaxx, right? And let's just look. Let's just look at his fights because we're looking at what he does. And this is another thing I'm going to bring up between him. Here's Gaxx's opponents. All right? Bear with me, people. 1-2. 0-0. 1-1. 0-2. 0-0. 0-0. 0-0. Dog, he's fought nobody.
Chris Duncan got in the bag.
With the winning record.
Chris Duncan's going to seal it.
Exactly. And Chris Duncan is fighting Bellator guys. He's not getting walks in the park.
You said Chris Duncan was 10-2, right? And the Ukrainian was 8-1?
Chris Duncan's record here, pulling it back up. No, they're both 7-0.
Oh, both 7-0? Yeah, Chris Duncan by far.
Facts. So that's a good one. I think he's definitely going to be one that gets the contract. But let's move on. We have our main event. And this main event is actually interesting because this is another one where we're actually getting guys in here. And I've talked about this on the show in previous weeks with Paul, but I'm going to get your point of view on this also. We got guys in this one, and this guy is 19-2. Very similar to like a Chidi Njokuani, who was in season week 2 this season of the Contender Series. He has a lot of fights. He is not a contender. He is a legit veteran in the game.
Yeah, a seasoned veteran at that.
Yeah, exactly. Super seasoned veteran. So, let's pull this out. This is the main event. We have the Polish heavy. We have the Polish guy, Luka, versus the Ukrainian Igor. 19-2 versus 8-0. They're both 5-0 in their last 5 fights. Igor is a slight underdog. He's a plus 165. Minus 200 is the Polish guy. This one's going to be a lot. And honestly, we're looking at a fight that's going to be at light heavyweight. One guy that has fought all the way up at heavyweight being the Polish guy. What are your thoughts on this fight so far?
Dude, man, the guy was 19-2. Like there can always be an upset, but you're 19-2 for a reason. You can weather the storm and you can dish out a storm. You can dominate in every aspect. Like that dude is coming to take that guy's head off every second of the fight. He probably doesn't back down whatsoever.
And I'm gonna pull this back up for people. Here's the difference. And here's the thing for both of them. Eesh, dude, the level of competition. Igor, 19-2. His opponents, though, have been better. 5-2, 11-5, but 0-2, 0-3, 0-0, 0-0, 17-18, 1-9, 5-6, 1-2, 3-2, 1-6. That's rough when we're looking at it. And then we got on the other side. And here, the reason I say it's rough looking at it, guys, is because in those who are listening, I'm not trying to shit on the athlete, right? It's not him. He's beating who's in front of him. But it says a lot of the organizations that he's fighting in and then the level of competition, because once you get to the UFC, once you get to Bellator, the thing about it is you're fighting the best of the best. These people have been vetted. There is no weaknesses once you get to that level. And these guys are fighting guys with just a gang of weaknesses. But let's go with this. I'm going to say this. So you're going with the Ukrainian who's the underdog.
Yeah. I like the Ukrainian. The Ukrainian better get it from how many fights he has. Like he better be ready from every angle. Like man, like it sounded like he had 3 hard fights and the rest was just cake.
Well, look, we're gonna differ on this one. I'm going with Lucas. He the Polish guy. He is a heavy-handed fighter. He is also the 13th ranked light heavyweight or pro heavyweight in Eastern Europe. He's ranked 13th out of 232 in Europe. That means he's heavy-handed. You look at the Polish power. Look at the champion of the UFC right now. Those guys are way better than I think a lot of people understand. I'm going to go with him. I'm rocking with him.
I think you're right there.
There it is, man. But look, all in all, bro, this fight has been this card is a lot of fun. I cannot wait to see it. Obviously, it's this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, tomorrow on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Bro, what fights are you most looking forward to? Or even better yet, what fights have you really enjoyed from the Contender Series so far?
You know, it's funny. Every time I'm trying to watch the Contender Series, I'm always in training, so I never get to watch any fight.
And you have a kid. I understand. Yeah, bro.
You thought I was playing when I
said the Contender Series is your fight coming up.
Sometimes I can't watch no PFL, no Bellator. It's hard to catch up. Like I just want to get my rest, spend time with the family, aside from training. Right now, exactly like the only research I've done about these fighters was today, and like everything was kind of rushed. I didn't get much detail.
Well, dude, we appreciate you joining, man. Like I said, coming in there in a pinch for us. Like I said, unfortunately, Paul was sick, man, but so happy to have you on. Dude, fucking champion here, you know what I'm saying, holding it down. Hey, always got love for black dads. Always got love for black dads, seeing what you're doing. And also, like I said, my Haitian brethren, sac passe, all my Haitians out there. Prayers and love to all the Haitians that are going through hell right now as well. Definitely got to say that. It's heartbreaking what's going on down there. But brother, I cannot wait to see you compete in a couple weeks, man. We got to do this again.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do this. Let's do this again after my fight.
Facts.
Because I'm gonna have to represent. Like Haiti needs a superhero right now, and I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it down for them. All their tears, blood and sweat. Shoot, that's gonna amp me up, and I'm gonna dominate. You best believe it.
Love it, bro. Love it. Well, look, dude. Much continued success, in your career. We'll be checking in on you just to make sure you're good, before your Contender Series fight. Even, even next week or before you going, we got Paul on here. We might have to shoot you a line and see if you jump in real quick and talk some shit with us too. So,
check me out. Check me out between the 8th and the 11th because I'm gonna be cooped up in the hotel. I can't go nowhere.
So
I'll be the best time to catch me. Yeah. Shoot, not going anywhere, cutting weight, shit, it's gonna be kind of miserable, but it is what it is, you know. Temporary
Hey
sacrifice.
man, hey, you gonna get that contract and you get that paycheck, so it's gonna be beautiful.
Dana, you already know.
There it is, man. Well, look, Oliver, Murad, man, I appreciate you. Let the people know where to find you.
Definitely check me out, Warrior the God. I'm gonna type in my IG right now. You can check me out. You know, follow me, support, repost. You already know because I'm starting a new wave. Shoot, I'm sort of a bit ticked off that the UFC, well, MMA in general doesn't have a fighters union. So boxers are there getting paid 70% of revenue generated. So literally, I was an amateur, and then I'm here thinking like, man, how come no fighter has started a union? I know it's not easy, but I kept on telling myself, like, I really hope I don't have to be the one to do it, but I think I might have to be the one. So you best believe I'm going to do it because we've been deprived.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
Dude,
single.
I'm glad you said that, man,
Yeah.
because it is a conversation that I feel like I have on my show, the Fight Podcast, all the time. And I've said it time and time again, it is not up to media personalities. As much as I would like to sit there and do something, it is up to fighters like yourself. Fighters have to be able to go out there and band together. Fighters have to be able to sacrifice in order for something to happen so that the revenue splits don't make sense. The revenue splits are crazy. The fact that every major sports league is a 50-50 split. The fact that the UFC specifically is literally a 72, like 18 split or something ridiculous like that. When you look at those things, it doesn't make sense. It is no bueno. And dude, I'm happy that's where your head is at. Salute to you, my G.
I appreciate that.
Like I said, we're gonna come on the Fight Pod, man. We're gonna discuss that. That's interesting convo.
And most definitely the Scrap News. You guys be good. Thank you for being good to me.
Absolutely. And for everybody else, man, thank you so much for joining us once again. This is week 5 of the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series breakdown with myself, Sergio, Vicente of the Fight Podcast. And today I am joined by my co-host, Oliver, Warrior the God. Here we go. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. We'll see you next time right here on the Scrap News.
God bless.
Hey.